Fellas, welcome back to the channel. 5 things I wish someone would have told me before I started my transition or early into my transition when I first started taking tea and coming into who I am now. The journey into that. We'll jump right into it. I'm Dr. Liam, Coach Liam, here to give you tips, advice, real shit in regards to your transition as a transgender man. I'm a clinical exercise physiologist as well as a human movement scientist, and I am your expert on deck FTM guru for all things for FTM men. All right, 5 things I wish somebody would have sat down and talked to me about, or I wish I would have had a mentor to give me. Number 1, don't overshare your journey. Choose wisely who you're going to tell about your process, what you're going through, how you're feeling, even the little stuff that makes you excited when you first start taking tea, your voice dropping. Today's age of the internet, I don't think some of these guys realize this stuff's going to be here forever. And 20 years down the road, you might not want to go back and see a before picture because your body doesn't know what time it is, doesn't know what day it is. Your nervous system knows trauma. So every time you revisit the past, you start talking about the past, you go through that same trauma again because your body doesn't know. When you overshare your journey, more than likely, you're going back to the past because you've got somebody sitting in front of you that you're entertainment to. So they're going to say, oh, well, what happened? Oh, gosh, well, when did that happen? What about your mom? What about your dad? And all these things are going to come flooding back. Don't be entertainment for anyone else. Everyone isn't listening because they care. A lot of people are listening because, face it, you're something different. Even though you see the same man in the mirror every day, you've been with the same person every day all your life, you know you haven't changed. You know what your changes are. These people don't see it that way. Bottom line, no matter how long you've known them. Number 2, just because they're trans does not mean they're like you. Testosterone is a medication. It is not a soul changer. HRT does not change your soul and transform who you are. You do not get to leave the shitty person you were behind because you're now taking a hormone and you've changed your name. If you're a bad person, you're a bad person before. You're only going to be worse after you start taking HRT because now you can manipulate people who are vulnerable. They're going to believe whatever you say. They're going to listen to you, and especially if they look up to you. And a lot of people in this community take advantage of those facts right there. So you got to go into situations, even with community, with wide open eyes and not assuming that someone is exactly like you. Values are what make the man, not the shot. Your values, what you believe, how you were brought up, the kind of person you are, your intent. For a community that talks so much about intention, I say so many people are awful and have horrible intentions, and you find it out at the worst time when you've now forfeited your vulnerability. You brought your walls down, and just like predators, that's why you gotta be careful. Number 3, family will not understand. If you start out with family understanding, like your family's gonna accept you being a lesbian, everybody loves the lesbian. Guys love hanging out with you because you're the best wingman. Your family, they become okay with it because, hey, it's pretty much standard at this point. It's not like it was when I came out in the 90s, in the 80s, the 70s, when it was still, if you were gay, everybody loves the lesbian. The minute you transition, people start acting completely different. Sometimes your family's going to abandon you. Go ahead and set it in your mind. Start strategically finding people who care for you. If not, and you don't realize you're going to spend a life full of hurt, trying to please people, trying to buy love, picking the wrong love, and trying to take care of instant families that you make with these ladies that don't care about you anyway. They come to you with a bucket full of kids and you're ready to pull up and take care of them because nobody took care of you the way that you should be taking care of you. Reparent yourself the way that you're trying to take care of these kids. How do I know? Because I took care of about 13 over the years. Do I regret it? No. But yes. Shit. Number 4. Being a man changes everybody's empathy level, and this has nothing to do with you being trans. This has to do with being a man, period. No one cares. You don't get to whine. You don't get to cry. Nobody's going to care. You're only going to look weaker to certain people. That's why you find a safety network of men or people that you know that are going to care. If you got a lady, you better watch what you tell her. You can't go down the rabbit hole and fall off into every day. Eventually, it's going to get on her nerves. It's just what it is. Being a trans guy makes people care even less because they're going to let you be like, well, this is the life you wanted. Don't whine now. That's exactly what they're going to feel. So know that going in. Start to learn yourself, learn how to self-regulate, find the right people to be around, and don't be weird to them. Don't go in love bombing people like people have done you that have hurt you, because those people will run. For real. Because we know what to look for. Your family, they might be the people that hurt you the most, but let that be what develops that calloused part of you that can deal with the rest of the world. If your mama don't talk to you, who the fuck do you care? If anybody, why would you care if anybody else does? All you gotta tell them is, bro, my mama don't talk to me. I don't care. No big deal. Prepare yourself for that. Get your mind ready for that. That's that callous in your mind part that David Goggins always talks about. People like that always talk about. Nobody cares. And when you're trans, nobody's really gonna care. And then you put black on top of it, Lord have mercy. You've now entered a whole different world that I don't even think you were ready to transition into if you don't accept how a black male is looked at in this society. And I ain't carrying a victim card because no DEI built this. There was none of that when I was coming up. Somebody would have gave me a check for being black, I'd have took it. Number 5, build your confidence. Loving yourself means that people will more than likely leave you alone. Why? Because confidence means you will move in respectful ways to other people. Confidence means certain things will roll off your back that you'd be really willing to step up and respond to in other situations that could alter your life. Confidence means you move with a focus where you kind of have those horse blinders on, where certain shit just doesn't penetrate the peripheral, let alone straight on. Confidence means you set certain standards for yourself. I know what's good for me. I know what's bad for me. I know what I ain't fucking with, and I know what I ain't letting fuck with me. Confidence means that you don't have to move with the group. Look how disappointed all these guys are that were following all these groups that are now crumbling because they found out that their favorite influencer was nothing more than a money whore. Confidence is values, standards, and purpose. When you have that, it's kind of like going to work where people don't like you, but you do your job so well, and you don't bother anybody that they can't really say shit. That kind of thing. And if people do bother you, you will know how to handle the situation. And no, that doesn't mean that you always have to react in a violent manner or ever. You just may know how to handle things. Handling things can sometimes mean walking away. Remember that Boondocks episode where the guy was like, hey, wait a minute, I'm white. What am I doing? He walked away. I'm not going to ruin my life. Pull that one. And with loving yourself, you'll learn how to be your own advocate. You will not fall into the participation friendships or the profit friendships or the non-profit friendships, might I add. So you don't have to tap dance for nobody to get where you need to be. I never have, I never will. If it means that I have no friends or I have one friend, cool. I have the people in my life that I want in my life. And I know who to bring into it moving forward. These are all things, and some more are coming, that I wish somebody would have sat down and told me. These are basic things that are here. Notice I didn't mention anything about working out, a beard, shots, or any of that. Here is where your hormones live. This is what communicates with your gut. You have 4 brains in your body. Learn yourself. Mastery creates a happy life. Contentment. Not exclamation point with every sentence happy, but genuine contentment. Like, subscribe, share. I'll see y'all soon.